Kendrick Lamar's album GNX has officially achieved gold status in Italy, a significant milestone that shouldn't be overlooked. This recognition goes beyond just a plaque or a celebration. It serves as validation that GNX, a deeply personal and unapologetic studio album, has connected with audiences across different cultures, breaking through language and geographical barriers to earn one of music's most prestigious honors. Imagine Italian music lovers, from Milan to Palermo, listening to GNX through their headphones, cafes playing it in the background, and clubs sharing snippets alongside coffee and conversation. Now, FIMI, the Italian Music Federation that tracks 500 million streams for gold certification, has confirmed this achievement. For an album that wasn't designed for viral success or mainstream radio play, and which was released without major singles or TikTok trends, this speaks volumes. It highlights audience curiosity, emotional connection, and a global desire for authentic art. Welcome to celebrity rap life, where the red carpets never roll up and the spotlight never fades. The rewards are legendary. Because in celebrity rap life, every downfall can become a comeback, and every headline tells a deeper story. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a second of what's coming next. This success is not an isolated incident. Kendrick's previous works have also made waves. His 2013 album Good Kid, Mad City received worldwide acclaim. To Pimp a Butterfly became a cultural milestone in 2015, and Damn! Won Grammy Awards in 2017. GNX represents continued growth in markets outside North America, with its gold certification in Italy following platinum status in other European countries, gold in the Netherlands, and multiple accolades across Latin America. This reflects its lasting impact. Looking deeper, Italy appreciates lyrical depth, poetic content, and authenticity. Italian rap fans are drawn to the words, and Kendrick's rhythm, wordplay, and storytelling align perfectly with Italy's rich literary traditions. When Italians hit play, they do so with the expectation that the experience will be as moving as it is energizing. The certification of GNX is evidence that even in a fast-paced world, meaningful art can thrive. Each track on GNX is crafted with intention. There's no filler or fluff. The album is layered, literary, and purposeful. The introspective trilogy at its core delves into psychological burdens, trauma, and generational wounds. The powerful hooks in songs like Bloodlines resonate deeply, reaching listeners in ways that cross borders. These tracks don't merely follow trends, they create their own momentum, leaving listeners captivated and aware of the beauty of Italy's streets illuminated by the setting sun. What does gold signify? In FIMI's perspective, it represents 500 million streams, much more than a fleeting moment of popularity. It reflects months of ongoing engagement, with listeners choosing to revisit, share, and recommend the music. It serves as a mark of quality that highlights consistency rather than mere hype. In contrast, consider pop singles, songs that surge in popularity, shine briefly, and then disappear. GNX is not an album you listen to just once in your car. It's one you return to at home, on the streets, or during long flights. It's emotional and soulful, becoming the soundtrack to a significant time in your life rather than just a part of your workout playlist. Reflecting on Kendrick's career, this is his 7th album, and there's still potential for growth. Italy might just be the beginning. As other European nations take their time to release music, there's a chance for GNX to achieve platinum status in Spain, Germany, and France. We are witnessing an album organically establishing an international legacy, without relying on Twitter trends or forced collaborations with local artists to boost streams. We can trace the timeline. GNX debuted at number 1 in the US and maintained its position. It set NHL chart records, garnered Grammy nominations, and filled arenas across North America. Now, it's achieving gold status in Italy. Each achievement is significant, demonstrating that depth in music does not restrict its reach. Rather, it enhances it. There's also a strategic rhythm to consider. Kendrick's quiet period after the release of GNX, without viral TikToks or aggressive social media marketing, allowed the album to resonate. It provided listeners with time to reflect and enabled other markets to catch up without the pressure of hype. It allowed culture to speak for itself. Italian critics have praised the album's cinematic production, featuring strings, jazz influences, and vocal loops, alongside its storytelling brilliance. They described the tracks as immersive, investigative, meditative, and urgent. These descriptions resonate with what US and Canadian media have said, but they hold particular significance in Italy's distinct listening culture. Italian music journalists are discerning and do not easily award gold statuses. They scrutinize every detail. The acclaim GNX received there is not just an added bonus, it's fundamental. On Italian playlists and radio stations, tracks from GNX like Luther, Bloodlines, and Violet Crown are consistently featured. While they may receive less airplay on top 40 stations, they occupy space on independent stations and cultural programs. This grassroots influence and underground airplay are what sustain long-term streaming success. That's why GNX maintains its gold momentum over time. Kendrick Lamar's artistry and approach are perfectly aligned in this instance. He has stated that art serves as a reflection. The more authentic the representation, the clearer the reflection. GNX embodies global challenges, showcasing individual strength in times of uncertainty. It resonates with an empathy that transcends generations and cultures, which is why Italian listeners remained engaged when they pressed play. This moment also sets a significant benchmark. How often do major American rap albums achieve gold status internationally? While there are hit singles, full albums rarely reach that milestone. GNX's inclusion in this exclusive group demonstrates that there is still room for well-crafted albums, not just collections of singles. Looking ahead, consider the potential trajectory. As other European certification bodies like France's SNEP and Germany's BVMI announce gold and platinum awards, we will see how far this album can go. If Italy is the first, other countries are likely to follow. Kendrick's presence on tour is also crucial. He will be performing in Italy this fall, and fans are already selling out pre-sale tickets. Promoters are banking on the emotional connections and immersive listening experiences, concerts that feel more like gatherings than mere performances. Expanding the view beyond Italy, Latin America shows strong Spotify engagement, particularly in Brazil, Argentina, and Mexico. Meanwhile, streaming numbers in Australia are on the rise, and India and Eastern Europe are gradually gaining traction. A gold certification in one country can trigger a ripple effect, fueled by global streaming connections. Thus, when we say GNX has gone gold in Italy, it signifies more than just a status symbol. It reflects a choice by listeners to embrace depth over distraction, narrative over noise. They engaged with the lyrics, analyzed them, and incorporated the album into their lives, whether during reflective moments on a rainy day, long drives, or moments of healing. Record labels often claim that the album format is dead, attributing its decline to the rise of streaming singles. However, GNX serves as evidence to the contrary. It illustrates that a cohesive body of work can transcend borders, establish a legacy, and achieve gold status in distant countries without sacrificing quality. For Kendrick Lamar, the gold certification in Italy is not merely another accolade. It marks a significant point on his journey of thoughtful artistry. It signifies that his dedication to his craft is recognized not only in the US but also globally, demonstrating that as rap evolves, it need not compromise depth for broader appeal. When artists prioritize catchy hooks to climb charts, they may gain plays but seldom earn significant accolades. Rarely do they achieve quiet, late-market certifications. GNX has reached gold status in Italy because it was not only noticed but also truly appreciated. There's a valuable lesson for creators in the digital age: remain authentic, delve deep, and focus on building a solid foundation rather than chasing fleeting trends. When songs become soundtracks, albums transform into experiences, and platforms like Spotify begin to value quality, recognition will follow. Kendrick Lamar's GNX achieving gold status in Italy is not the concluding chapter, it's part of a larger narrative. And the world is finally joining in the chorus. This story is far from over, and the truth is still unfolding. I want to hear what you think. Drop your take in the comments. And if you don't want to miss the next twist, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a second of what's coming next.